Dick. This is Oreo, guys. Like I told you, you are better off getting a cat who is loyal, and he is amazing. Let me get back to part 2 on reasons why you will never, ever, ever be happy with a narcissist. More fat boy. See how he could be a pain in the rear end too? Okay, hold on. Hold on, let me pause this. Okay, that's Fat Ori. I'm gonna pause this. Okay, we are back with why you will never be happy with a narcissist. As you notice the title, Women Behind Bars. Let's see, and this is season 1, episode 7. Season 1, episode 7. You can get this on Netflix, by the way, if you're interested, or you can go on YouTube. And they have this show on YouTube as well. You can look at all the different whatever the hell. But anyway, let's go back.
Joellen told her husband of her plan to go to the lawyer. The argument escalated.
He said if I went, then just file for divorce because he wanted a divorce. Well, I didn't want a divorce. As stupid as it sounds now, I wanted the marriage to work. I kept trying to get him to talk. I said, at least kiss me goodnight so I can go to sleep. And then he finally turned over and mashed his mouth against mine and cut my lip. And I just lost it. I just picked up the phone and called 911. Pete jumped up and pulled the phone out of the wall.
Dispatch.
Now you notice she said, I didn't want a divorce after all the abuse this woman was taking, and she still didn't want a divorce. I want the marriage to work. No, you want a marriage to work. This is not a marriage. This is a circus. People should work on their marriage, never a circus.
Dispatcher called the Solana Beach unit to check on a 911 hang-up. Dispatcher further stated that there was a woman that was on the phone, dialing 911. She heard a male's voice in the background, and then the phone went dead.
He was really, really mad. He was saying, this is it, it's over. He was getting clothes to put on. He was in the closet, and I said, don't leave. And I just lost it. I had the gun in the bedside table, and I took it out. I was standing across the queen-size bed from him, and he was at a closet, and I just took out the gun and shot him.
Whoa, whoa.
He didn't indicate that he was hurt. He was yelling and really, really angry, and he was like pacing. And so to get out of the door, I had to go by him, and so when I went by him, I shot him in the arm.
What?
The first shot that she fired with her .38 revolver, she pointed at him from about a distance of 4 feet, ripped into his back, ripped through his liver, his lung, his kidney,
what?
and caused the major damage to the internal organs.
My heart was pounding. I remember running down the hallway after I shot him in the arm, and I was looking back because I had the feeling that he was chasing me. And I ran out the door.
Upon arrival at the scene, a female came out of the condominium wearing her pink robe. I noticed she had a weapon in her hand.
I was so confused, and they told me, I don't know how many times, yelled at me to put my gun down.
So I drew my weapon and
Now you and I both know if that was a black woman or a black man, she would have been shot down. But I'm trying to understand what type of females are these, because I really don't understand them, and I'm not trying to be judgmental. She's telling him, don't leave, and can you kiss me goodbye? This man, it does nothing but abuse you, treat you badly, and you're still pleading for him to stay? I don't understand that. And maybe it's because I know doggone well what I'm worth. I know there's no way in the all hell that I could put up with not even a man, just nobody, period, treating me badly like this. This is insanity to me. This is crazy. Let me just back up a little bit to show you other things that drove this poor woman to the brink.
ordered her to comply by dropping the...
Hold on.
1890, Pete Johnson.
In 1990, 3 years into their turbulent relationship, Peter and Joellen Johnson were married. But soon after, Joellen says that Peter's behavior became increasingly controlling and bizarre.
Okay, we got that. 3 years, that's all it took for it to get crazy.
We skied in Utah in the winter.
He had a Corvette. He had a boat.
Hold on.
But highly respected.
Pete just swept Joellen off her feet.
Well, I was very impressed when I first met him the first time at the Christmas party, when Joellen brought him to the party. He was dressed in I'm sure, a $3,000 suit or more.
He had a ski condo in Utah. And we skied in Utah in the winter.
He had a Corvette. He had a boat. They went on trips all the time. Pete was very taken with Joellen.
We would stay weekends on the boat. It just sounded like the most wonderful life I could have imagined.
But some of Peter's friends were hesitant about the new relationship.
Pete had mentioned to my wife that he had met this lady, but she was a little concerned about it in that this lady carried a loaded gun in her purse at all times.
Good for her.
I had a gun till 1972 because my first husband traveled a lot. We lived in Houston.
Let me tell you where this woman went wrong. She went wrong when the first time he put his hand on her, she should have called the police so she could have it on record. And if he put his hand on her again, always call the police. Have it on record. And that third time, she should have went to get an order of protection. That's it, baby. Then she could have used that gun and she wouldn't be sitting in that goddamn jail cell. Because with the order of protection, he's not allowed to come within a certain amount of feet of her. But she was the one going after him. This is where she messed up. You see, anytime some man put his hand on you, document it. Have the police. Call the police. Ask the officer his name. And make sure you have this documented. Get the police report so you can keep a record of it. And if it happens again, always call the police. Okay? And then don't let there be a third time. Go and get an order of protection. And that way, they will escort him out the same day. You don't have to worry about squatters' rights and all of this. You will tell them that you're afraid for your life. And this is a very violent man. Very violent man. Okay? And you are afraid. And would they please get him out of here until you have your court date to go and handle this order of protection? And if he comes within 10 feet of you, you do damage. Do what you need to do. I hope you have a taser and I hope you have some pepper spray. Get your taser, get your pepper spray, and do what you got to do. Like in this case, baby, please. If I had the gun that she had, are you kidding me? Go ahead and come within 10 feet of me. I dare you. I dare you. And then you take him out, you're scot-free. Because he violated that order of protection. He was laughing at the courts. He thought the judge was a joke. Yeah, that's where she went wrong.
A little kid at the time.
Joellen and Peter moved in together, but she claims the good times were short-lived.
When I moved in with him, it just became so apparent that he was seeing a lot of other women. He traveled quite a bit. Every time he flew from the East Coast back to California, he would stop over in Salt Lake City. And he wouldn't tell me why or anything. And I wasn't supposed to ask.
He'd get cards in the mail from women. He'd get phone calls from women.
But you see what I'm talking about? Like the Bible says, you wives, be submissive to your husband. They could sit up here and dog you, treat you badly, what have you. Be submissive. So before you decide to get married, sweetheart, please give it some heavy duty thought. Because you will not find any place in the Bible that tells a man to be submissive to his wife. He don't have to obey you. He don't have to listen to you. But you damn sure better be submissive, same word, obedient, like you're a child. Now, all marriages are not like that because you have some men who are team players. They're wonderful. But you see how these people started. It always starts off beautiful and glorious, and it starts off so wonderful. And then you get to that middle point where it's starting to get a little like, it's getting a little cold up in here. It's just getting distant. By that third point, honey, it turns out like this. They all start off beautiful and great, where he's a team player. He takes your feelings into consideration. And that's the way it's supposed to stay. But as you and I know, because we are now experienced women of the world, we know that's not how it is. It really isn't.
Wouldn't come home at night.
She'd find women's underwear under the seat in the car.
Look at that.
Suspicious that Peter was seeing other women, the prosecution claims Joellen also began to exhibit destructive behaviors.
She was paranoid. She was also obsessive, extremely, extremely jealous. And when those personalities met up against one another, it ultimately provided a...
I wouldn't say that this woman was paranoid, nor would I say this woman is extremely jealous. He gave her reason. She wasn't jealous. She knew what she was talking about. It wasn't because, oh, I'm jealous, or I'm so insecure. I'm not insecure. I'm just not stupid. It has nothing to do with insecurity or maybe she was jealous because he was treating someone else better. That's possible. But she was not insecure. Well, actually, she is kind of insecure because she's a bit needy. She's a bit needy for me. Even if I was a man, I'd be like, oh God, no, because she's needy. She acts like she can't do much of nothing on her own without this dude. But for them to sit here and say she became paranoid, this woman was far from paranoid, honey, because what she was feeling, it was correct. It had nothing to do with paranoia.
A very volatile mix.
The prosecution also asserts, based on testimony, that despite Peter's idiosyncrasies, he was considered by people close to him to be quite decent.
See? Told
Witnesses
you.
That knew him well. Said he was a kind, compassionate man, very intelligent man, but there were very few people that were very close to him, other than Mrs. Johnson, that had bad things to say about him.
Still, Joellen was intent on proving her suspicions about Peter's infidelities.
I heard.
Look at how young she was when she was with him, and look at how old and haggard she looks. That's what these guys do. They will drain and suck the life out of you like a vampire. Look at this woman. Did you see the pictures of her when she was younger? He just vamped all of that out of her.
I heard a private detective in Salt Lake. The detective followed him, and he had a girlfriend in Salt Lake. So when he came back, we argued about that and everything. He would never admit it, even though I had pictures. So I was going to leave, but I stayed.
Okay, I rest my case. There you go. I was going to leave, but I stayed. And that's the end of that, because I already did this on video number 1, part 1. Anyway, ladies, gentlemen, because there's women narcissists too. I get it. At the same time, I am saying, honey, sometime leave well enough alone. Like the Apostle Paul said in 1 Corinthians, if you can be single, stay single, because being single is better. It's better than being married. It's better. The only reason why he suggests marriage is if you can't control your sexual desires. I say get a rabbit, handle your business. You can pack your rabbit wherever you go. It's portable and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because all of this crap, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. This is Sheila True Love. This is why you can never, nor will you ever, be happy with a narcissist. Until next time, bye for now.